Two, what is up? Jl'hoops back in another video. And I know that name is Jimmy on this channel. She's talking about basketball. The topic I'm talking about today is we also Trae Young trade. Yes, I'm talking about Trae Young today. We also Trae Young traded him to the Wizards. We also on trade to the Wizards. Trae Young era in Atlanta is over. So that I gotta talk about this video. Who won the trade? Who lost the trade? And what this means for the NBA, because we got a lot more trades coming. NBA trade deadline in 3 weeks right now, so we got a lot more trades. This is the first domino effect. So, what's the next trade? But I want to talk about Trae Young in this video. Before I start this video, like, comment, subscribe to Jl'hoops to the cases on, and follow me on social media Unstoppable. And we got 100 subscribers. Why not subscribe to Jl'hoops? Like, come on now. And not making sense why not subscribe. Like, makes sense right here. But I don't talk too much, so get this video started. We got a couple weeks left until the NBA trade deadline. About to be February 5th, and we got a couple weeks left. We already have first domino effect with NBA trade, first season already. Trae Young traded Wizards. Yes, I'm talking about Trae Young to the Wizards for CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. And to me, this is a question I gotta ask. Can you win with Trae Young? That's the whole thing I want to know. Cause look, I'm not gonna look at this trade right here. People are gonna say, oh, Trae Young got traded for CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. And you gotta think about it to me, like, Trae Young, yes, people are exaggerating a little bit. I'm hearing reports saying Jamal said it better than Trae Young, a little bit exaggerating. Trae Young is still a top 10 point guard in this league, I get it. But the only thing is, Trae Young is a little bit like James Harden was. But James Harden was a better defender. Trae Young is not a great defender at all, even not a good defender. I get it, the Hawks will try to build around him and stuff. But the hard part was not just the defense, was it efficient. Let's go back to compared to Jalen Brunson. Now look, Jalen Brunson, not a great defender either, right? Jalen Brunson, not a good defender, both undersized point guards, right? They're both 6'2", right? But you know the difference between him and Jalen Brunson and Trae Young? Jalen Brunson efficient. You can build around defense. Cause look at the Knicks. They build around Jalen Brunson. When they brought him to the Knicks, they built around him, and boom. Got OG Anunoby, got Michael Bridges, those are great defenders over there. You had Mitch Robinson, great defender. Yes, I'm not going to say Cat, who was okay defender, but still, not the defense you wake up, but still, great offensive player. But the thing about the Hawks is, Trae Young is not a good undersized. Is efficient, great playmaker and stuff. But to me this is different. He's still all-star kind of player. Still that kind of guy. Still all-star player. But I don't think you could win a Trae Young. I don't think you can win him as your number one option. As your second option, maybe. As your third option, yes. I don't think you could win him as your number one option. That's the problem with I didn't like the Hawks is. So to me, Hawks lost this trade because of CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum is a good player, still a talented player right now. Not in his prime, but he's still a good player. And Corey Kispert is a great player too. Great shooter, great role player, right? Good role player who could be a good shooter over there. I like what the Hawks are doing with Jared Johnson. I get it. He's gonna be a candidate for most two player. He's the future of the Hawks right there. Not an awesome defender, but a good defender too. Jared Johnson is the future over there. Yeah, that's Daniels. You have Richardson, who should be play better. First pick of the draft. Domino, I don't know why he was the first pick, but he's a good player still. And then you have Big O, and stuff. I'm not gonna say his name, but still. To me, why I said the Hawks lost that trade, because they should have traded Trae Young earlier. Because during the offseason, you brought all this around it. You brought Nico Alexander Walker, Luke Kennard. You had Porzingis. Everybody said top five in the standings and stuff. You had the Pelicans pick. That's a good thing too. You had the Pelicans pick. So that Pelicans and Milwaukee saw a thing. And that might be good because Pelicans are not that good at all. And Bucks, we all know what this season looks like right now. But to me, you kind of got more for Trae Young. You traded him earlier, last year, the year before. That I'm just saying. Because this year looked like a Brady Ingram trade. And I'm just saying, to me, look at the Hawks thing. You could have got a little more if you traded him more. That I'm just saying. Trade him earlier, you could have got a little more. That would give Hawks a C+ on it. A C+. Not because the players got back. Just that they could have got a little bit more for it. But the Hawks right now, I'm looking at it like, okay, hey, We build around James Johnson. We build around that. Build around Dyson Daniels. Build around that. And then boom. You could get a top 5 pick, maybe, and get maybe a top 3 pick and draft Derek Peterson, draft Derek Peterson or Cam Boozer or AJ, or that's the kind of thing I'm looking at it right there. This could be a wholly different thing. We tool for the Hawks. I'll look at it for there. So I'll give it a C+. Could be a whole retool. They're not fully losers, but not fully losers. Cause look, you gotta think about it. For me, what Trae Young with the Hawks was, he did good. He did great for the Hawks. Yes, they brought to the finals. Had a bit in the minutes as Jeff Teague. That was at Jeff Teague when they went to the first seed. When they got swept by LeBron James. It says 2018. That was the year right there, right? That year. Boom. They had been there in a minute. Trae Young was the rookie of the year. But the thing is, Trae Young had to be efficient. He's a great player. He's a good player. But it's 5 point guards already have than Trae Young. The top 10, he a top 10 point guard. Will I say Trae Young is a top 20, 30 player? Yes. Will I say he's top 30 to 40 player? Yes, still. In that range. But don't get it crazy to say this, because I'm going to say the Wizards won this trade most definitely. Look at this side of thing. The Wizards don't have a really good franchise play right now. Alex Clark could be that. I'm looking at it. You got what I'm saying. Trae Johnson, who is a good shooter, who's a great player, who's a good player, looking at it. Bob Carrington, who's a good backup point guard, who's a good point guard. You have, I said, Biale Kablali, if I say his name wrong, good forward. You could draft a top 8 pick, because I don't see Trae Young play half of the season and get a guy like Caleb Wilson and stuff. You get a top 3 pick, you get Cam Boozer or AJ. But you get a top 8 pick, you get Caleb Wilson, I think so. So to me, I'm looking at it like for next year, the Wizards look at it like, okay, they could be playing. Because the Wizards have been in playoffs since 2018, 2016. They haven't been playoffs since 9 years ago. 9 years ago, you hear me? 9 years ago. They haven't been playoffs yet. So they look at it, okay, we can make a play because of how the East is. I'm thinking about it like, yeah, they could be like Raptors. With the young core they have and stuff. I saw Trae Johnson, Jay Johnson, Bob Carrington, B.I. Kobe, the young core they have, they could be promising. They could be a nice team over there the next year. And yeah, Keel's again, but you could be a next tier. You add Caleb or add AJ out of the top draft pick, and with Trae Young could be a point guard they need the floor rights they need. Teach the young guys and stuff. Cause you look at Toronto, they were just in the same place. And now they're a top 5 team in the East, top 6 team. So I could see the same thing for the Wizards. I could see that. But who will be the next domino effect? I do a question because look at y'all. Remember, I'm going to talk about next video. But I'm thinking to myself, like, you can't win with Trae Young as your first option. I'm saying this right now, you can't. As your second option, yes. As your third option, yes. Maybe as your second option, but second option, third option only. That's the only way it can happen. Because he is a top 10 point guard. I'll say that right now. He's a top 10 point guard. Top 50 point guard. He is. But Dob get crazy to say, exaggerating a little bit. I get it. He not have a great season he have this year. I get it. 90 points a game, shooting on 41% field goal, shooting on 30% three. I get it. But Trae Young fully healthy. Trae Young fully healthy. Trae Young has showed us that he is that guy. He is him. Ice cold Trae. So I like what the Wizards did with this. So my answer is, I say you couldn't win him as your second, third option. But the Hawks kind of traded him earlier. Tell me what you guys think, though. You agree with me? Who do you think won the trade between the Hawks and the Wizards? And who do you think will be the next person traded? Because no longer Anthony Davis out that injury, but who do you think the next person will be traded? John Morant? Is it going to be Michael Porter Jr.? Who the next player going to be traded? This NBA trade line going to be really interesting, though. Before I go, though, like, comment, subscribe to who took cases on, and follow me on social media, Unstoppable. You guys have a great day. I'm out.